Audio check. Good evening. Welcome to the September Board of Architectural Review meeting. Our function is to evaluate the properties that come before us and the projects on those properties based on proportion, mass, and how they fit into the historic district. And our first order of business is to review previous minutes, and there is a correction. You've got in our August 5th meeting, approval of August 5th minutes. I think you meant July. Yeah. So that needs to be changed to whatever the July date was. But are there any comments or corrections on the minutes?
Not now. I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Tim.
Yes.
Kimsey,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
Nancy Jean.
Yes.
And me, yes. So our first order of business is,
We have one more set of minutes, the July 22nd special meeting minutes.
yes, that we did both of them.
They have to be separate
Okay.
motions.
And
Yeah.
I have a motion that we approve the minutes of the July 22nd.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented. The July 22nd meeting.
I'll second.
Okay. Tim,
Yes.
Kimsey.
Yes.
Beth.
Yes.
Nancy Jean.
Yes.
And me, oh, yes. All right, now do we have any public statements?
I believe the only people that signed up are applicants presenting tonight. If that's incorrect, let me know, but I believe everybody is here representing their own projects.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the first order of business then is old business, which is 709 South Magnolia Street.
Good afternoon, y'all. My name is Corey Hansen. I'm with Coastal Carolina Design and Build. I'm the lead builder. Apologize I wasn't here last month. Hopefully, I did go through the video and was able to kind of address some of your questions. So I apologize. I printed everything out, left it right at home with the mix up of kids trying to get out the door to get here. So with that being said, would you like me to just go right into addressing some of the changes, or would you guys rather me we can go through the plans as we submitted?
I think the changes that you made are what would interest us.
Okay. So I think one of the big things, I went back through both video or the notes from July and August, and then also the video. So I am going to maybe double up on some of it. As you noted, the last one of the big things I think it threw us all off was the shed height, but due to that third support, we had it high just to have that support in. We were able to find out to really pull some measurements and to be able to drop that down and remove that center support. We really had to beef up that support for the roof structure. So we were able to do that. With doing that, it dropped it down to where it was in the way of that carriage door. We made the garage door slightly bigger, but we did move the carriage door to the left. And it changed some of the interior floor plans as well, but that's we can discuss that when that comes up. So right now we did drop the shed. We were able to get the windows across. We would love for the windows to be the tall and skinny windows like y'all asked for. Unfortunately, the far left window is right above the toilet. So bringing that down would bring it in front of the toilet, or else we would absolutely love to match the windows from right side all the way around. So instead of having odd shaped windows, we kind of went with the smaller windows, at least for the front. Door went to the side. I believe on the front elevation, that's all we added, except for maybe the bottom trim that may have been there in the last one. But I know we did do some trim boards to kind of break up that siding on the side. Siding on the side, we did add in a band board right there in the middle to break that up. And then we added the biggest thing I think was mentioned in the last meeting was the triangle vent to give it some better architectural feel. That matches the vent that's on the main house. Again, bringing that shed dormer down, adding in the band boards, and then we were able to really make the windows larger. We get the tall and skinny ones on the Joyce Lane side for that architectural appeal. We did leave the lower part blank, and I'll explain that a little bit further, kind of why. It gives us a good reason as to why with the grade and then the fence that's on that Joyce Lane side. So a majority of what you're going to see is what's presented architecturally. Like I said, the carriage door moved. We left the window on that side. That window does face another property with another ADU in the back. That does change how we did the stairs. And again, on the next page, I think it shows that better floor plan. Yeah, so it does change to where our firewall goes to the second story. The bathroom that's being shown, this is the first floor plan. The bathroom that's being shown is a lower bathroom, half bath for the garage itself. As we go to the second story, that's going to show that firewall being up there. Same thing with the window. The window just gives some light for that upper story. We did remove the range for the ADU residential compliance to take out that due to the GFA gross floor area of the overall structure. This is the intended window trim detail. I know that was a big thing we were looking for. I went through the neighborhood and probably went at least 2 blocks in each direction, took pictures throughout. And that can go, Remy, we could keep going just each page. This was just a general synopsis, and we can compare lower as we get there. So I know this is just something I wanted to at least put in the middle, and then we can continue and kind of compare it with the other ones. This one does show a sill and typical 1x4 trim. And that does compare to majority of the architectural in that general vicinity. Site plan we did fix from the last meeting. We had it facing, the garage doors facing Joyce Lane. That was just a clerical error overall. Now the garage door will face the main house with just a typical egress from the fence line from the driveway to the front of that building. We did annotate a little bit better with the trees. I think hard to see with just a dot. Those are large oak trees in those green circles surrounding it. Will be set off pretty well, but they do provide at least a little bit of area right there. I know these pictures were in the last one. We just wanted to repeat them and make sure that they were there. That triangle vent is what we're going to match on the ADU building, along with the very similar clapboard siding. This is just front elevation. Like I said, the house next door has very typical, and I do have a close up, very typical 1x4 trim. This is the Joyce Lane side, rear of the house. I know one question in the last meeting, just to follow up on the peak of the roof to the grade on that specific picture is 15 feet 6 inches. Let me just confirm that I took notes. Yes, 15 feet 6 inches on that one. The ADU next door was 20 feet 6 inches to the peak. And I'll show in 2 pictures. Yep. So this picture is just kind of rough annotation of what won't be seen due to the grade. I did go out today and pull grade from what would be the front elevation to the fence line. There's a 14 inch drop between the two. So we're anticipating about 6 feet plus 14. So a little over 7 feet of the side of the ADU won't be seen. My Picasso skills on PDF, so please bear with me on that. Again, like I said, we just wanted to give you guys as much detail as possible to kind of what will be seen through through that fence. Like I said, about 7 feet 2 inches of the side won't be seen, so we'll be probably right at the band board. So the windows will probably be seen, but the lower windows won't be, which is why we did leave that blank. So like I said, yeah, 14 inches of grade drop from, I think it was basically the corner right behind where that car is, down to where the front of the building would be. Again, this is just Joyce Lane inside. So I went through, took the pictures where I could. 2 of them were on Magnolia. I think 1 at least was on Joyce, maybe 2 on Joyce, and then another one was just on Main Street. All of these are very typical 1x4, typical window trim that we anticipate to replicate to maintain any as much architectural similarity to the general area. You go to the next one, Remy. I think it was, yeah, that one was on Joyce Lane, letter E. I think it was further up, and then I think the one before that, sorry, one, I think it was letter D, might have been behind. Letter A is actually the one that's right next door. That is 705. Current the address we're working at is 709. So that is the very next door address. So that was one I wanted to make sure was pointed out as being something we would run very similar. But I think what I had earlier in the overall for our window trim is what we're going to attempt to replicate it as close as possible.
With the sill.
Yes, sir. With the sill.
Yeah.
So the A would be what we would knock on.
That's the one that's right next door.
Yeah.
It is not ideal. We want to exceed that one.
There was a time when some of the window details were not being looked at as closely by the VAR as they are now, especially after we developed the UDO for the historic district.
Yes, sir. I
So,
believe letter B, and I don't mean to interrupt you. I do apologize for that. Letter B is next door as well. And I believe that one has a sill that I personally, I really liked, being that it is right next door and it's something that's easily replicatable. So I know it doesn't, unfortunately, guy driving around taking pictures in Somerville, throws some people off. So I did it as quick as I could. So, trying to get all the details in and while zooming in and slow rolling, I did my best. So, but we pulled up something we specifically wanted. It's not in Somerville, but the one that the picture that we had in earlier is what we anticipate to replicate directly to put in for the windows.
what we're trying to do is to make new applications
Yes, sir.
conform to the details
Yep.
that are now what we accept.
Absolutely. And so I did look up a couple of the UDOs to get as close to as possible. I know one concern, Remy, could you go back to the elevation with the total height? I know last month it was discussed about dropping, I want to say, yes, dropping the height. We went from a 9-foot ceiling in the garage to an 8-foot ceiling. We were able to even shrink the floor framing to be, sorry, I think it was 16 3/4 total. So we were going from 18-foot or 18-inch trusses to 16. I could be wrong, it could be 14. But the biggest thing was that we went from a 612 pitch roof to a 412. As we all know, 412 is 4 inches for every foot. I'm looking at even the dimensions on the computer, and while we don't want to question a computer, my thing is we've got a 30-foot long building. That means a 15-foot mid-range. So 4 times 15 is 60 inches. It's calling 69. I would say 60 inches. That still gives us 9 inches. So we went from 26 down to 22.7 by theoretical math. Again, the computer could be showing the lower eaves and that's my guess, is that it's dropping down to the eaves, not the actual top plate. So overall highest ridge, we went from 26 and change to 22.7. So that was, we're down to just a few feet above the main house and very similar height to the ADU next door.
The garage doors, are those the doors you're proposing to use, or is it just a garage?
As of right now, I believe it is. We are open to if there's a specific one we can absolutely do, but right now that's just what our designer had thrown in. We believe it's very architecturally nice. It won't be seen due to the fence. Now, if the fence ever comes down, obviously that's something to look for then. But we don't anticipate the fence ever coming down or even being see-through. So those garage doors won't be seen, but we do plan to make them architecturally pleasant.
That's a piece of glass on the top, or is that a solid?
I think it is anticipated to be glass. It's one of those things where depending on where it goes, we could put grids in it to match the 6/6 windows. So we'll most likely put grids in them. So I'm not going to say that it's just straight glass, but there is a good chance of putting grids in them.
One other question I had on the, can you show the back elevation, rear elevation? So there you see on the side of the garage, you show a band board at the mid-floor. On the back of the house, you don't. Then the isometrics on the front page, they show that band board. I'm assuming band board's designed to go all the way around.
Yes, sir. It is. It's probably I'm not going to lie to you. We pushed our designer to get this through deadline wise, and that just may have been a clerical misstep that he had gotten it put back. But we will do a band board all the way around.
Thank you.
I would think that if you're gonna have those glass panels, they probably, based upon the proportions, can we go back to that picture? They would probably do best with either 4 or 5 vertical mullions to divide that up with simulated divided lights.
Yes, sir. I believe it would be whatever proportions we can match to the windows as close as possible. I think 4 or 5 is a very good number.
And just vertical.
Just vertical?
Yeah.
No horizontals?
No,
I like it.
don't y'all think just vertical?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys, typically we go with the carriage style garage door. This is not that at all. It's a brick ranch house, so maybe it's okay. So that's what I was just trying to get y'all's opinion on that. Because it's a brick ranch, maybe it's all right.
Just to clarify, sir, that the carriage style will be just the vertical, kind of like the door, the side entry door. Is that what I'm understanding?
Like I just Googled the carriage style garage, so if you want to. I can
Sure.
see it. That would be more like a carriage style.
Okay,
garage.
so it's very similar. It is very similar to that carriage style door that we have for the entry door. It very easily replicatable. I think it was just one of those things where we were going on kind of what our designer threw in. We can absolutely plan to spec out a specific carriage style door with vertical glass.
Unless the owner particularly wanted that.
I don't believe they do. I think at this point they're ready to get it going. Based on the conversation we've had, they're not specific on any kind of design. They're very okay with whatever's recommended, and basically we're doing the same thing. Whatever works. It's one thing passing plans to a designer, then back to us, then to the customer, trying to get it all translated, put across. As you guys know, it's one of those things. Now, when you guys tell us, we write it down. We say yes sir, yes ma'am, and we make sure whatever is spec'd out in this meeting is spec'd out on the actual project.
Are these 2 separate doors or?
No, ma'am. I know it looks like it. Typically on these, we run something to where they look like they're 2 doors pushed together, or we can run 1 door across. Something like this, there's a good chance. Like I said, we did kind of push the designer, so this was one of those things. I think it was spec for 2. We had to put to 1. I think in his program, it may have just kind of put together and he's like, all right, you know, because I think we should there to Remy about 4:35 on a Friday and I was like,
I thought it was
let's get it going. So it is one of those things where truthfully, this is probably going to be a single pane glass across with a carriage style. I think would be the most aesthetically pleasing that we plan to do. So it will be a single door with probably one glass pane with the
Vertical.
I messed this off. All the mullions. So bear with me on that. That'll go across on that single pane of glass.
And we just let the final design of that door be handled by staff since they know what we want.
Yeah, we trust Remy.
I don't know how y'all feel, but I would like to see some chunky hinges.
Okay.
Some
Yeah, that'd be nice.
on there where.
More like historical architectural style
Mhm.
hinges. Okay.
And
But
maybe-
not little, you know,
Okay.
something
Yes, ma'am.
show up.
Big
Not
like
the
that.
magnetic ones.
Yeah.
Come on, is that what everybody's doing now?
And I would like to also note that I do like the picture of the window that you were showing in the plans.
Yes, ma'am.
The first one, the main. There you go, that image right there.
Yeah, when we found it, I was like, that's it. I said that gives us our 1x4, it keeps it
What you're thinking about, Tim?
Yeah,
modest, but make sure we have the sill in it. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Nice.
that's great.
right,
You see the
Don't
little
have
detail
big
at the
hinges
end?
like that.
Yes, yep.
yeah.
I mean, not that, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's.
Alrighty.
And thank you for bringing the plans back and
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
they look nice.
I have a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve as submitted, with the final garage, carriage style garage doors to be
Kinda like-
approved by staff.
Mhm.
And the band board at the second floor is to be contiguous all the way around. I think that was it, right? Was there anything else?
Chunky
Typical
hinges.
details are simulated divided lights, mullions.
Yes. Yep. Cool.
And detail as shown on page 19.
Okay.
For your window detail.
What
Put
we'll do
definitely
is
chunky
just to
Hinges in.
Oh, yes,
Chunky
and actually
hinges.
there would be chunky hinges.
yes. So just to clarify on our end, at least, just to make sure, and we can, what we'll do is we'll get plans updated, carriage style door, glass reflecting everything, chunky hinges, and I'll make sure that these are, if we have to resubmit the plans, we'll make sure all this is included. That way it's all in a file. Make sure that's all consolidated for you guys.
Yeah, so I'll send you an email tomorrow with all these conditions. You make the updates and send it back to me and then we're good to go.
Perfect.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, Tim,
Yes.
Kimsey,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
Nancy G,
Yes.
and me, yes, also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Right.
You too.
Thank you.
You didn't want to present a second time? No.
Okay, 117 Charleston.
My name's Charles Martin. I wanted to replace 3 windows. There are 2 of them are 4 panes high. It'll be a vinyl window, but it's not shiny, so it looks more like wood. And it'll have 4 separate windows, mullions on the outside with let's see. That's a conifer rail design.
And just to clarify, it's the 3 windows we see right there, the little bathroom window.
Right.
And the next 2, but not the garage windows that we.
No, no.
Outside of there.
Are all the windows on the house the same grid pattern? They're not?
Of course. not.
Those 2 are the only ones like that.
But the interesting thing is that those windows are hinged on the side.
Yeah, they are.
So the, Chips, correct me if I'm wrong, all of the windows have just one single horizontal mullion.
Yeah,
All of them have a single horizontal mullion. So like, do you see the garage there?
Yeah,
They're double hung, but it's still a single
Yeah,
Yeah,
horizontal.
these aren't though.
okay, those swing.
See
definitely.
Those are
That's-
those are casement windows.
Yeah, those are the ones he wants to replace. them.
Right, yes, I'm just talking about the grid pattern.
Mhm.
It's
But the
clarified.
grid pattern
Grid,
is
grid pattern will be the same.
4 panes on,
Correct. If I think what you were presenting, if I read it right, is the same grid patterns, but this is gonna be a slider, not a
Right.
casement.
Right.
Remy, when was the house built?
It wasn't an
73
exact
years
year. Sorry,
73 years old.
there you go.
That's what's wrong with the windows. I mean, that's they're warped. You can't do it. It's one way to do it would be to nail them shut, seal them, and you'll never be able to get out of the. And the screens are in the inside of the house, not the outside.
Wow.
If back, there's 4 picture windows across, big picture windows. So they had all different kinds of windows.
Maybe go to page 41. Kind of gives everybody a better view of what. was happening.
yeah.
so it says 3 windows in the center. One to the left, one to,
Yeah,
as we look at to the left of the door, and
Right.
2 to the right.
there were 2 on the right and 1 on the left. Yeah.
And are these are the only original windows left in the house?
I'm sorry.
Are these the only original windows left in the house?
No, they're all original.
They are, okay.
Yeah, I think the others look like they have storm windows.
Yeah, I have storm windows all the way around the house, except for those ones
That's
there.
right there.
Remy, can you go to the image of the window he wants to replace these with?
I don't believe an exact image was provided, just this spec.
So one side will be proud of the other so that they can slide.
I'm sorry.
Say one half of the window will be proud of the other so that they can slide.
That's correct.
Again, just to clarify, Chip, that elevation we're looking at right there does not show the horizontal mullions that will be there.
Correct. But that's the way I ordered it. If it's not right, then I don't want it. That's the agreement.
This is the way, this presented here is the way you ordered?
It's not correct,
Okay.
right? So that's the window. It'll be a slider, but the actual window would have 4 horizontal mullions to match the existing elevations. I think the biggest difference here is that the window is a slider and not a casement. The current configuration is a pair of double casements, and this would be a slider.
Well, I definitely think that the grid pattern needs to match from, the existing. Because all of those windows, it makes the whole house cohesive. And these windows being in the front and the original windows, I hate to replace it with some, more modern type of window. Do they make a casement window that's with that same grid pattern?
You'd have to have it made, you know, I mean, I'm having these made
Yeah.
if it goes, if it flies.
Can they make a
I
case?
guess the question is, Chip, could the windows, instead of it being a slider,
Right.
could the windows be replaced with the same window style that you're here, but with a casement that opens?
You know, like a wind out.
Casement,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a wind out. That would be, I think it's called a French casement because both the windows
Right,
open
right.
independently versus.
Probably could, but you'd have to have the four windows, you know, that are one pane type thing.
No, I think they would do one pane,
Yeah.
it'd just be the horizontal mullion.
Yeah.
So, I just don't know whether Window World makes that or not. They may or may not.
I would like to see you try to look into finding a window that is a casement.
Tell you what, my wife wants these windows. I don't care. I mean, she's tired of the cold air and hot air. You know, doesn't close properly. Yeah, well, I can look at it. Yeah, I can look at it.
I think the general gist, just to help Chip sum it up. Horizontal mullions to match the existing.
Yeah.
Replacement in general is fine. We would just like for him to see if he can find casement windows rather than slider.
Yeah.
windows.
That's correct.
Yeah, we had casement windows made for Jennifer's studio.
Correct. So,
They can be had.
so to speed this up,
Mhm.
could we approve it? The replacement of the windows with the horizontal mullions to match existing with casement with staff to review the final submittal. So he doesn't have to come back to us again.
I think that sounds reasonable.
Yeah, I like that.
I would, yes.
Okay. Maybe you give it that?
Mhm.
Okay.
And are we approving vinyl or wood? That
I
you're
would-
proposed with the vinyl.
Right.
That's what you're proposing, correct?
Right.
Yes.
He said it's not shiny though.
Is it,
Oh,
It's dull, so it looks
dull,
like wood.
looks painted.
is it
The
solid
difference-
vinyl?
Is it?
Solid vinyl?
I don't know what that is. All vinyl?
No, is it solid through and through?
Solid, yes. Solid. Right. Anyway,
Companies are now making very good wood substitutes for windows that that look like wood and act like wood, except they don't change shape. They
And
are
they don't
rock solid.
It is what it is.
I'll make a motion then that we approve the windows with horizontal mullions to match the existing windows. Casement style instead of the slider style in the vinyl.
And he can,
Oh, with
Render.
final,
Yeah,
with
that
final
would be-
approval at staff.
mhm. I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Okay, Tim,
Yes.
MC,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
Nancy Jean,
Yes.
and I also, yes.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Jeff.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, 615 South Laurel Street.
Good evening. My name is Kevin Fitzgerald, and I'm the president of the Somerville Miracle League. First of all, I didn't know we had an address. I'm here to answer any of your questions that you have regarding our scoreboard, and I'll do my best.
I had a quick question. It said somewhere in there, nothing electronic, but I think there is an electronic message board. Is that correct?
Right, and that's separate though from the scoreboard. That is going to be attached to the scoreboard.
But you're asking for approval for that as well.
That's correct.
Okay, and that would be the way it looks right there.
Right in the picture.
And how are the numbers put up there? Is that someone manually puts the numbers?
It's
up
gonna
there?
look like the Fenway Park. It's gonna be a mechanical scoreboard where you put the numbers up and there'll be no electronics at all.
You gonna put up a green monster too?
Yeah, I'd like to.
I had one question. I wanted to know what material the board is made out of. Is it wood or is it?
I cannot answer that.
Okay.
I would get back to you on that. Mr. Sign is putting up the scoreboard, but I could get back to, Remy, I could get back to him tomorrow.
Okay,
Need be.
great.
Is any of that information in the structural notes, maybe?
You know, it was so fine. I couldn't.
I know, I couldn't either. I know. Good Lord.
Yeah, I don't have that information.
The electronic sign won't be on except for during the game. Is that right?
Correct. We'll only be using it during the games. That's correct.
Well, I would like, unless there are any other questions, I would like to make a motion that we approve as presented.
I'll second.
Okay.
And really the material, is the major.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wood,
Okay.
so, but, it's gonna look great.
It'll be great. Yeah.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. And so Tim,
Yes.
MC,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
Nancy Jean,
Yes.
and I also, yes.
I did have someone reach out to me thinking that they were getting rid of the pickleball courts. They were rallying the entire neighborhood. VAR. I started the rumor we were changing them to badminton. courts. So,
Thank you very much.
That'll
I
be really
appreciate
nice.
it. Thank you.
That tick, 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 tick.
They were all, yeah.
Did they want them?
Not to tell her.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Next day, he said, we're coming to the meeting.
Pickleball people are very aggressive,
They are.
very aggressive group.
All right, now 101 Briarwood.
All right, I'm Laura Smith and I live at 101 and I have a monsoon over my back door every time it rains. And when I built the house, I knew that's gonna happen. I told the builder, I said, where's the stoop that was supposed to be there? And it's on the plan. You don't need that. You don't need that. Gutters will fix it. No, no. And the last few weeks trying to move into the house, I said, I'm saying, but I said, now it's raining in if I walk into the house. Well, those gutters are gonna fix it. It has not. It's been a major problem. And anyway, with all the roof lines, as you can see, I don't know, yeah, this is the original plan. On that back, porch, the little back porch where the little deck area is. There was supposed to be a little stoop there, but didn't go there. I got Mark Murding to help me look at the original plan and he created a little new plan to create a little back porch with a shed roof that would drain off into the yard, not on my head as I'm walking out the door. And we figured, let's just make the little porch be a porch, like a little mudroom porch, with a screen door, kind of simulating the other porch that I have on the house on the other side of the room. I've got a picture. Did any of those come up, Remy? The photo picture of the porch is on the other side of the house. It would look very, there you go. Be kind of a similar but smaller version of that over. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so simple porch, screen door, like I have already on that door on this side of the porch. Really would be nothing different other than just add screen, shed roof, and screen door. I did feel like that I would kind of like a little metal black roof to kind of match the little metal stoop roof on the barn that I rent out on the same property. I'm not sure I took a picture of that. Maybe I did with. But I know sometimes y'all prefer it to be the same roof material.
What's the pitch of
Because sometimes.
The pitch, did you ask, sir?
the new roof you want?
Let me see if it has it in here.
I think it did have a little, like, just the little metal black.
He
shed.
was asking about
Oh,
the pitch of it.
pitch.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I brought him along. He's got the details and. the
12-2.
Technicalities.
12-2.
It's kind of flat for shingles, isn't it?
Pretty flat for single.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think she'd be better off functional wise with the metal.
Yeah.
This is on the back of the house. You really can't see this anywhere.
No, it's a little deck area where just cook out and sit. But a little mudroom situation, type
Yep.
porch would be.
Yeah.
And it will keep the water off us going in.
So other than the material on the roof, all the other materials on the house would be, on this porch would be the same as the
It would be the
house.
very same, I think.
Yeah,
the-
we would,
the
I went through, we would match, we'd have 8 1/4 smooth siding for any place we would, which would really only be on the one end of the shed roof. And then we would duplicate posts and everything and spindle pattern from the front porch.
That's why I put the
Yeah.
picture in the packet of the other porch toward the front of the house.
Yeah.
So you could see the same type of post, screen and pretty much everything, except for you may leave the underneath of the metal roof kind of artistically just sort of open so you don't feel like you're walking in.
I think what we talked about was the T111 or bead board exposed.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see the metal itself, but we would have exposed rafters with the T111 or bead board above it.
Yeah.
Everybody good?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a motion?
This time?
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve it as is.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. And Tim,
Yes.
MC,
Yes.
Beth,
Yes.
Nancy Jean,
Yes.
and I also, yes.
Thank
you.
you for always submitting
Yeah.
great plans.
Yeah.
Always
You did
very
a great
clean.
job. Mark drew up a good thing and to be able to correct this little problem, I wish I done that when I built hindsight 2020.
Good luck.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Thank you.
Is there any other business before us? I have a
don't-
motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Amen.